the Dirty Sports Podcast. I said, welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast with Andy Ruther and Joe Prano. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Andy Ruther, coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, with my co-host from Port Hueneme, California, Joey No Chill Prano.
Hello, Andy.
Happy NFL preview.
NFL preview. You got your red sweatshirt on for preview day.
Yeah, I haven't put this on in a while. I was like, I'm just going to warm up a little.
Mets coming to Cincinnati tomorrow. Maybe it's Thursday, Friday. Maybe it's Friday, Saturday. What day is today? Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm assuming.
Won't be there.
Big wild card race, Ruther.
Not really. The Reds, I still pay attention. The Reds have done what they do, which is lose. There's a town full of losing sports teams.
Hey. Fucking football hasn't even started yet, Andy. You can't be a town of losing sports. Fall springs eternal, right? Or hope falls eternal. What's the phrase?
Something
Hope
like that.
falls eternal.
Something like that. Well, I consider myself a realist here. Yeah, but we'll get into all things NFL today with our annual predictions, division winners, playoffs, over under win total,
Super Bowl, MVP, Rookie of the Year. Probably not Rookie of the Year. I don't know anybody. Just give me Jackson Dart, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let's go.
Yeah, man. It's I'll say this. It's like we got a game tomorrow. We got a game. I don't like the Friday. I don't. I know people are really Ruther. Come on. I don't want to waste a Chiefs Chargers game in Brazil on Friday. Sorry, guys.
I'll go one further, Andy. I'd rather do Friday than Thursday. I'd rather have a Friday night football game forever than Thursday night.
Okay, I don't hate that. I'll agree with that.
Saturday, they're never going to do during college football season. They're never going to do it. I get that high school, but like the amount of teams in America that have Friday night football is pretty minimal. I would bet you 85 to 90% of high school football teams play on Saturday.
I completely disagree.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
100% disagree with that.
Okay.
We always play on Friday growing up. They still play on Friday. The old ChatGPT. Let's pull it up. Let's see what it says. That's an insane. You said 85 to 90%.
You know what percentage of high school teams probably don't have lights?
You're exactly wrong. According to ChatGPT and the National Federation of State High School Association, around 80 to 85% of all high school football games are scheduled on Friday evenings.
No fucking way.
I'm
just telling you, no fucking way. I'm telling you, no way.
Well, as a guy who grew up, okay, I know football is obviously very big in Ohio. Every team.
Exactly. Very big in Ohio, very big in Texas, very big in
Pennsylvania.
California, very big in Florida. We're big fucking states, have big fucking schools. I would bet there's entire states that have 5 football games on a Friday.
I think you're just wrong on this.
Okay.
You think ChatGPT? So suddenly we're not trusting ChatGPT?
Listen, I don't wholly trust ChatGPT about everything.
I agree.
Maybe I could be wrong about the number, but I just, based on everything I know about just sports, high school sports in general, Not a single school I coached at in California had lights at their field. Not a single one.
Well, I'm pulling up more. What can I tell you from the available? That is 80 to 85%. Some states even report closer to 90. Okay, especially in the Midwest and South, where Friday Night Lights culture is strongest. In large metro areas where stadiums are shared, the percentage can be lower, around the 70 to 75%. I mean, Frano, you're off on this one, bro.
Okay. My numbers might be off, but it's just the idea that we're programming around high school football is insanely dumb.
Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah, I think they're programming around Friday Night Lights.
So according to ChatGPT, they're the best source. So there's good sources for this info, of course, in Texas, California, Ohio, Florida, and Georgia, where you can actually pull this information. I don't think they're doing it around that.
Why not Fridays?
Don't worry, give it time.
No, but I'm saying, why did it move to Thursdays when they just said they obviously weren't going to compete with Saturdays? Why'd they move it to Thursday instead of Friday?
I don't know.
You're going to give NFL players even just one less day to recover. CTE, all that shit, wild. It was 100% around high school football.
Well, it might have been.
Which to me is stupid.
I don't think we also agree that the NFL doesn't really care about the extra day, right?
Right.
Coming in with a little high school football discussion to start the NFL season. You know,
I mean, I think the biggest issue is, and it's like, I love the NFL, but they had such a strong hold on American sports culture. And I know that maybe there's no financial repercussions, certainly, that have happened yet. But I think the oversaturation of all of this if they don't manage it, it will manifest them in losing money eventually.
Well, it's like
I bet you, we could, I know HBO doesn't give their ratings or whatever, but I'd bet anything less people watch Hard Knocks than used to.
Oh, I'm sure it's not even close, of course.
Right. And obviously there's a million more things that we can watch. We talk about all the time. But also now there's HBO Go or Max or whatever, or streaming that should also up your ability to get into homes that people otherwise couldn't watch before. HBO used to be a premium thing. You had to pay X amount extra for, and blah, blah, blah. And there's no workaround for that. There's an oversaturation. And I think the idea of going Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Saturdays in November and December, Mondays every weekend, you're just making it to the point where I go, bro, at some point, I need to skip.
Well, we'll see. Friday is on YouTube, so that's a first. The whole world can see it for free. That's smart marketing right there. I mean, the whole world. So we'll see. Don't underestimate football fans, though. I mean, again, we're talking about people who are posting videos of their practices saying, oh, look at this guy this year. Look at this draft pick. Look at this undrafted free agent left guard we signed. I don't know. You can't underestimate. There's a lot of people who don't have much going on in their lives. Sorry to those listening who felt offended by that. I mean, look.
Is like, and you know what? This speaks to, the conversation we had last time about, would you say Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce is the American version of the Royals?
I don't know. I think for a while it was the Kardashian family.
I would say that this is like the equivalent of a royal wedding. And I would say, and I'm not going to get into the whole Taylor Swift is a performative cunt bag that doesn't believe in anything, but I think this is essentially the embodiment of your typical American couple at this point. Woman on her phone caring about some bullshit, man sitting on the couch watching football.
Now so you're saying she's on her phone?
I'm saying she is the destination. She's the embodiment of that destination. Some bullshit on the phone about what people are wearing, where they're going, what they're doing, whatever. Taylor Swift is the embodiment of basic bitch culture.
Okay.
And listen, we fall into this, but the NFL is the embodiment of basic dude culture.
For sure.
Beer sports truck. She's wearing the thing, and there's a hidden message about the thing and the thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, for sure it's different, and the women are for sure knee deep in especially I think knee deep on Instagram. Could be wrong on that, but I feel like that's like the sweet spot for the ladies.
But you ever hear like your lady? I don't know if your lady currently does this. I mean, I know you got 2 kids that you deal with, but you overhear your girl on your phone, or she tries to tell you about something. She's like, "Did you hear what so and so did? Do you hear my friend Deb did the thing, and then her boyfriend did this, and he was then playing golf, and you're like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?" That's how they feel about football. They're like, I don't fucking care. I literally was watching TikTok yesterday with my wife looking over my shoulder, and this guy had put up a TikTok. He was like explaining the cultural relevance of the helmet catch to French people. And she's like, "What's the helmet catch?" And then I gave her a 5-minute dissertation on like the helmet catch and its importance in football and the NFL and history and whatever. But like, that's, what Taylor Swift creates is this whole thing about, did you hear who's dating them and they broke up, but then this happened but she was their virgin and they took her thing. And that's what women are doing all day. And then men are going like, my IR is full because Brandon Ayuk's on the pup list, but
for sure, 100%. She already gave up on the Cowboys thing. I think it was too much. Like that was a whole discussion in my house there. And she's like, "Have you seen this new documentary on Netflix?" Everybody's talking about the new documentary on Netflix, the one where I don't know if you saw with the catfish and the. I don't want to do too many reveals, but the.
Yeah. Oh, you were saying she's on to that one.
She's like, everybody's talking. I was like, get in the shower. She goes, everybody's talking about this one. We have to watch this. I said, dude, we're halfway through the Cowboys documentary and we're 2 weeks in, and we get as much time as we used to. Obviously,
Cowboys.
It's long. It's like 8 hours.
What?
It's long. Yeah, let me see.
Who produced this? Michael Jordan?
No, it's
Are we sure?
7 hours and 45 minutes. I was close. So we're like halfway through, and she was like, "Well, I want to watch this. The new one, this new documentary is only an hour and 34 minutes." She's like, "Andy, we still have 4+ hours to go on the Cowboys doc." And I was like, yeah, but like, I find it really interesting. And also it's like bringing me back to my childhood.
It's honestly an insane ask for you. It's an insane ask. 7 hours and 45 minutes of Cowboys fucking history.
No, I already told her we already came to an amicable agreement.
I'm going to watch this while you watch that.
It was like, you go your own way, I'll do my thing.
Yeah, I'm going to sit on my phone and do my fantasy team. You sit on your phone and try to figure out what hidden messages are on Taylor Swift's album cover.
Yeah, so. But, I was freaking out because I was like, I got to get the Cowboys doc in, because when football starts, I'm not going to be watching the Cowboys doc. I'm going to be watching the actual Cowboys. Like.
This is huge news for me. I was at some point getting ready to sit down and watch it. And now 7 hours, 45 minutes, immediately out. Immediately out. I'll take the half hour of clips I saw on TikTok. Immediately no.
Yeah. What episode just wrapped? They won their second Super Bowl, and Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones parted ways. I just can't. I'm really struggling to wrap my head around that. I know ego, but it's just mind blowing. Can you think of a time in sports where
Kobe
somebody?
and Shaq.
What's that?
Kobe and Shaq.
Kobe and Shaq for sure, but that's one. But I'm talking the coach, the owner. Like you win back to back. Literally, the sky's the limit for what you can do. And you know, again, you just too much ego involved. Also, Jerry Jones, God, you just I can't. Every time I watch the doc, I put it on. I just can't believe these guys are like the same age. Jimmy Johnson looks amazing. He just looks great. Jerry Jones just looks old, and they're gonna be trash. I mean, we can hop into this.
Let's do it. What are we doing? Over unders on everybody?
We normally do. We don't have to.
Okay.
You know, we're picking the division winners.
Let me ask them: are the Cowboys going to be the worst team in the division?
It'll be close.
With the Eagles?
I think the Giants, because I think the D has a lot of potential. And I hate to hop on this because I've seen some people saying this of like this defense can win them some games. They might not be as bad as everybody's saying.
You know, as a Giants fan, sorta, as a Giants fan, this is the equivalent of the year that they beat the Titans week 1. I think it was Dable's first season.
They go 10-7, 9-8.
Yeah. So you have a team that was in the NFC Championship game last year that has the up and coming quarterback in the division that everybody, I mean, I've heard some people with the sophomore slump thing, but everybody thinks is going to be sort of a team that you have to deal with for a little while, again, because of the quarterback position. I think there's not a ton of games this week, in my opinion, that matter to determine like a season. And obviously the Giants game doesn't determine their season, but I don't think if the Cowboys beat the Eagles that it means anything about the Eagles' chances of repeating, nor does it mean anything about the Cowboys' chances of like being a good team. But I think if the Giants were to somehow play the defense that can contain a Jaden Daniels and have enough offense that they can win that game, all of a sudden you look at the schedule and you're like, well, I guess if they could beat them, they could beat anybody.
Yeah.
But, I'm not counting on the Giants winning this week. But I think we're going to see a lot from that team. And it's like, because that's what Russell Wilson wants and needs, and is the only time Russell Wilson has ever been effective at winning football games ever, which is keep us in it with defense. Let me have late heroics. Otherwise, your team has almost no chance of success with him at your helm if you play the game any sort of other way. Historically.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, again, I know you're going to disagree. I mean, they had some nice seasons back when he was good, as far as not old, without good defenses. But I agree. I think let's just hop into that division. Obviously, the Eagles are the cream of the crop here, arguably for all the NFL again. They're coming off just a romp in the Super Bowl. Best overall roster. You could argue maybe the Ravens are up there as far as depth, both sides of the ball, but you got to give it to the champs. And here's the thing that I'm going to do as we go over this. It's like last year, still matters some. It doesn't always matter everything, but like if you've retained most of your roster, it matters. So you see all these power rankings and QB rankings, and it's like, okay, cool. They won the Super Bowl. They got most of the same roster. They're number one in my power rankings. So I think they're gonna win the division again. Now, does Saquon have another 2,000-yard season? No, I just don't think.
I mean, listen, I like Saquon Barkley as a person, and I love Saquon Barkley as a player. Again, just go historically. Historically, Saquon Barkley doesn't play 17 games.
Yeah, and that's huge.
And I think that more than anything will determine the Eagles' record. I don't know, he could go out and he could come back. I'm not talking about their Super Bowl chances. I'm not talking about their chances of winning the division, but I'm talking about their path to a championship. Do they have home field? Do they not have home field? Do they, or do they, whatever, is he healthy for the postseason? Is he healthy for the, but historically, no sign that he plays 17 games. I hope he does. I don't root for injuries, but that's everything. The whole world has decided Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback since he got the best weapon in football.
I don't agree with that. I don't think the whole world. I think if you look at the rankings, a lot of people have him around the 8, 9, 10 range. I think he fits the system great. He's won a Super Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl MVP. He's been in 2 Super Bowls. Now, obviously, he's not my top 5. He's not in your top 5. Again, they've built a great roster. I think we're both going to pick them to win the division. Now, I do think it gets interesting after here. The sophomore slump is real. Washington looked great last year. They make it to the NFC title game. They have a rookie QB. Again, I think your Giants are interesting. I think the Cowboys finished last in the division.
That was what the question that kicked the whole thing off was.
I do. I believe that. I know and this isn't just trading Micah Parsons, by the way. This is, he's one guy. There's 22 players. They're over under win totals at 7.5. The Giants is 5.5. I think the Giants take a step back. I'm sorry, the Cowboys take a step back.
I would feel even more confident in that claim if I thought Jerry Jones was smart enough to be tanking, which I don't think he is. I don't think that was part of the decision at all. I think he has such an egomaniac that he just voluntarily made one of the worst football moves of all time. And that is why I think the Cowboys finished last. Because I think the Cowboys are run by a complete and total fucking moron.
Yeah, I agree.
Who hired a terrible coach. Going back, how many consecutive terrible coaches have you hired?
That's true.
You hire yes men. You hire people who have never proven at any point that they can fucking win football games. Schottenheimer. You had to remind me who they hired 2 episodes
He
ago.
was on no one's radar as a head coach.
You had to remind me they hired him 2 episodes ago or 1 episode ago.
He was on no one's radar.
You're going to be bad because because you traded away your best player for nothing. How does that make the rest of your team feel?
Well, I was going to say.
You overpaid a quarterback.
Yeah, morale.
You don't have a running game. You traded your best defensive player.
Look, I'm gonna kind of how I'm gonna pick these teams is gonna go back to our 3 things, which we always have in the postseason. But I'm gonna do that for the regular season as well. I'm gonna look at each team and say, what's their QB? What's their coach? What's their D? What's those three things? Well, I don't trust Dak Prescott. I don't trust Schottenheimer. Sure as hell don't trust him. Defense, you only got worse by getting rid of Micah. So then it comes down to me. Do I have the balls to say, oh, what if the Giants make a big enough leap to come in second? I'm not going to have the balls to do that. So
what about the balls to say that the Commanders come in first?
No. I'm going to go Eagles, Commanders, Giants, Cowboys. But like you said, like I wouldn't be. I think a lot of the Giants situation, it's like some of it is kind of fleshed out from the last couple of years. It's like I wouldn't be shocked if they're competing for 8-9 wins. Again, if the defense holds up, if the defense stays healthy, dude, they get after the quarterback. They got some young talent. They've drafted pretty well defensively. And it's the NFC. The NFC is far more interesting, like I said a couple episodes ago.
Let me ask you something. Are you giving any sort of the question about the Giants' ability? Do you give any sort of sophomore slump for Washington? Or do you think that the Giants can improve?
I think the Giants can improve, and I think sophomore slump is real. We saw it with the Texans. Now they end up winning a playoff game again with CJ Stroud, but we saw it. Sophomore slump is real.
Listen,
and is their coordinator still Kingsbury?
I don't know. Is it?
If you look at him statistically speaking, historically,
they figure him out.
He fizzles out, and even like during the season, there was a good stat. There was good stats in that last year. So that's how I'll pick it.
Now, no team has won the NFC East in consecutive seasons in like 20 years.
It's a good stat.
Locked Eagles won.
I am locked Eagles won. That Eagle outside your
yeah, it's trying to tell you no.
No, he's turned. He's like, yeah.
He's laying on the ground holding his hamstring. I call this Eagle Saquon Barkley.
Are you gonna say no?
They're trying to get this limping Eagle off, so 10 other Eagles are pushing him over the fence right now.
Are you hinting towards Washington?
I don't know. I feel the same way. It's like it's hard to pick Washington for all those reasons, because it just feels like, but at the same time, I do think Jaden Daniels is that good. The problem with Washington is they don't have a ton of weapons. They're old. They're like weirdly kind of like win now-ish mode, but they have a second-year QB. I'll probably go with you. I'll probably go Eagles, Washington, Giants, Dallas.
All right. Well, real quick, when we do these, let's just mow through these. The win total. Eagles at 11.5, over under. I will say under.
Agreed.
I think they go 11-6. Washington at 9.5. I'll go over.
Agreed.
I think they win 10 games. The Dallas Cowboys at 7.5. I'm going to go under.
Agreed.
Wow, look at us, which means we'll agree on the last one. New York Giants at 5.5, over.
It's tough because their schedule is so hard, but agreed. That's the tough part about the Giants situation as well, which is like it almost feels like Dable's probably coaching for his thing, but also you look at their schedule and you're like, where are you winning games?
Well, I think as far as the Cowboys are concerned, I know it's week to week in the NFL, but I feel like week one we're gonna get it. You talk about the morale of the players when you trade away a Micah Parsons type. I think we're gonna know right away tomorrow night. Like if they get their ass kicked, you're like, this season's done. But if they play and stay in the game, you're like, okay, maybe they can eke out some wins.
I think that they'll probably stay in the game, but I don't think that determines anything. I think it's just it's a Thursday night week one. It's a Thursday week one.
All right, the NFC North.
And I think you got to be a little, I know everybody's fucking Kellen Moore is gone. The Eagles have another new offensive coordinator.
That's right. All right. We should probably...
Although I think even Tommy Callahan could say, all right, shove your helmet up Jalen Hurts' ass and drag him down the field. And Jalen Hurts like, yes.
Yes, Queen.
Yes, the tush push. The butt fuck. Oh, sorry, the brotherly shove. Shove me, brother. Also choke me and spit in my mouth.
NFC North. I believe it was the best division ever last year. As far as you never had teams. You never had ever a division that won. I believe 2 teams that won 13 or 14 games. The Packers won 11 games. Bears were the Bears. The Micah Parsons trade to me just, they're my top. They're my top. I'm not even questioning it. The Lions, I know they still have a great roster. You do have a new defensive coordinator.
And offensive coordinator.
I was just about to say, and offensive coordinator. We all know Jared Goff needs training wheels. I know Lions fans don't want to hear that, but he does. Whether it was Sean McVay or Ben Johnson, it's like he succeeds with good play calling.
So, Packers, Lions, Vikings, Bears.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Can the Bears be better than the Vikings because the Vikings have JJ McCarthy?
Well, that's the question. You got the 2 young QBs, one we've never seen, and another guy who is on his year 2, but he also plays for the Bears. I mean, look, I don't think it's crazy to think the Lions don't come into like again, historically speaking.
You're going Packings, Vikings with JJ McCarthy.
No. I'm not going that. I'm just saying it's like the you've said it. The Vikings or the Lions hype. The Lions hype train. You were right there to make the Super Bowl. You had a big lead on San Francisco.
That's 2 years ago now.
No, I know. But my point was that's my point. It was 2 years ago. Then last year, you kick ass. I think they won 15 games last year. 14, 15 games. You get a home playoff game coming off the bye, and Jared Goff lays an egg. He does Jared Goff things. And your defense gives up a lot of points, and Jaden Daniels just works you. I just like these windows are small.
Let's go, Packers, Vikings, Lions, Bears.
That's what you're doing.
Let's go.
Interesting.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying. I'm trying to get you excited about it.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go there. I'm saying I wouldn't be shocked.
Do the Lions make the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay. But you have Packers winning the division. So Packers win the division. Lions also a playoff team. We're not getting 3 playoff teams again, right?
No.
So Vikings out.
Vikings are out. Sorry.
Okay.
Look, here's the interesting. If you look at the win total, you got the Detroit Lions at 10.5. I'm going to say under. I'm going to say they win 10 games this year. Go 10-7. You got the Packers at 9.5. I'm going to say over because I think they do win the division.
Mm-hmm.
And then both the Vikings and the Bears are at 8.5 over under wins. I'm going to say Minnesota over. Bears under. Here's how I'm predicting the division. I think Minnesota wins 9 games. I think the Bears win 8 games. I think it goes Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota, Chicago.
I do too, but I'm going under Minnesota Bears because JJ McCarthy hasn't played football in 2 years.
Yeah. So 9.5. So we're both going under. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we are, because I say they go 9 and 8. Bears are 8.5, and I say they win 8.
And the Vikings are also 8.5.
The Vikings are. Oh, sorry. Actually, you're correct. Vikings are also 8.5.
Yeah. And the one thing we like about the thing about the Vikings is good coaching staff.
Yeah.
Offensively, defensively.
Yeah.
But it's a tough division.
It is a tough division.
And somebody, even if everybody splits all the games.
Can we make Swartzen an automatic or like a honorary captain for the Vikings? Nick Swartzen.
The last time JJ McCarthy played football, Nick Swartzen was blind. Nick Swartzen has not actually seen JJ McCarthy play football because Nick Swartzen was blind the entire time JJ McCarthy played at Michigan.
At least get him to blow that big old Viking horn. I think it's cool.
Jalen Hurts is like, did somebody say blow a big horn?
Man, you take a lot of Jalen Hurts dicks. Okay, so I think that'll be a fun division, though. And here's the thing about the Bears. How much can Ben Johnson do? I mean, he's basically called in to be the savior of, I'm not just saying this year, the futility of Bears offense is forever.
Listen, I think if you are a Bears fan, if you hit your win total, if you go over your win total and you go 9-8 this year,
be happy.
Be happy.
Yeah, I agree.
And Caleb Williams shows, I've always liked Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams was good in college from all the film I saw. I think maybe a bit overhyped in that it seems like everybody's trying to do ever since Andrew Luck, people have been trying to do the next sure thing, no doubt about a college football prospect that's going to be a sure thing in the NFL. I think situation in the NFL matters a ton. There's a reason that the Bears don't just only draft terrible quarterbacks. They also play in windy, cold weather in a stadium that's not conducive to throwing the ball. And so I just think if Caleb Williams plays good to great NFL quarterback this year and you win 9 games, you got to start being like, okay, let's go. Because we're both counting on the Lions stock dropping.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, for me, I think the North, just like last year, kind of the North divisions are going to be.
Who does Chicago have week 1?
Let's pull it up here. Who does Chicago?
I guess we could do that later.
We can do it later. But
we have picks coming at some point.
They got a Monday night home game against Minnesota. Minnesota's the favorite, which is interesting. JJ McCarthy's the favorite. Week 1 at Chicago on a Monday night game.
It's funny that now I root against the Vikings just because just no one came and apologized.
He's not on their team anymore.
No, I know. But again, I don't give a fuck. Like, I always thought Kirk Cousins was an overrated fucking hack piece of shit. But, the Seahawks fans and the fucking Broncos fans and everybody, they tucked their tails between their legs. They came back with their fucking bowl of fucking gruel out and they fucking apologized. And Vikings fans fucking didn't do that. And so now, fuck them. I can't wait to root for the Bears on Monday night.
Wow. All right, let's move to the South. Saints are going to suck.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really suck.
Now, the only question with the Saints is who are they tanking for? You got 2 NOLA boys.
It was one game for Arch Manning.
What's that?
Are you talking about tanking for Arch Manning?
And tanking for the kid from LSU.
Again, so it was one game for them too.
I'm just saying that's what's happening. The Saints' whole entire season is let's have a party at the Dome. Let's get those security guards dancing. Let's sell a couple of Hurricanes. Let's try to sell out games until whatever. Saints ownership, dog shit ownership. And part of it is they know those people are going to come. They love it there. They love them some Saints. But they're tanking for one of those 2 quarterbacks.
They're going to be terrible.
They're tanking for one of the 2 NOLA boys.
They're going to be terrible. Question is, what did the Falcons do in Penix's first full year? Does what's his face for the Panthers?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. Does he continue to improve? And you have the Bucs, who, Baker Mayfield. It's a pretty amazing story in a way. Are the odds-on favorite to win again? And he's back in commercials, by the way. Like, good for Baker. Good. Can we talk about good for Baker? He's doing Popeyes commercials. Good for Baker. He's back. I thought he was great in commercials. He's back.
Popeyes chicken's fucking awesome.
You make him Cartman?
No, it's Little Nicky.
You sound like. Well, look, I like this. I like this new Baker. Baker used to annoy me back in the day. Now he's won me over the last few years. I think it's going to play out kind of how we think. Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints.
I'm going Bucks, Panthers.
I don't hate it.
I think you still. I don't really have strong opinions on Penix because I didn't watch a ton of his games last year, but I think you still have this situation where you have an overpaid veteran backup that's lurking. Let me just say this. I would go Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints if I thought Penix started 17 games. But instead I'm going Bucks, Panthers, Falcons, Saints.
All right, so Tampa, the over-under is 9.5 wins. I'm going to say over. I think they win 10 games.
Okay.
Atlanta is 7.5.
Ooh, really?
I'm still going to go over. I think they win 8 games.
Okay.
Carolina is 6.5. I'm going over. And the Saints is 4.5. I'm going under.
Yes. What is the Falcons over under? 7.5?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going, same as you, over unders, but I'm going Panthers to finish second.
It's a pretty big year for Bryce Young. This is what, year 3?
I think they play week 1, right? Or no, maybe it's Panthers Jaguars.
Oh, the cat battle. Meow.
No.
In Jacksonville. That owner for the Panthers is a lunatic. That Tepper guy, remember him? Like throwing drinks at fans. He crazy. Can the Bucks do anything in the playoffs is the question.
So far to tell, and who is what. I mean, you'll get a home game if you win the division. I think they could win a playoff game.
Mike Evans retired, right?
Is that true?
Did I just make that up?
I think you just made that up.
And Ruther strikes again. Why did I think he retired?
I don't know. I was like, that would have been bigger news than nobody mentioning it at all. I'm doing a good job of like only taking in information I want to take in these days. But man, that would have been a real blind spot if I was like, I'm missing Hall of Fame receivers retiring.
Sorry, everybody. I see the comments. Sorry. That's the damn clickbait news. I knew I saw some headlines. There's so many headlines. Mike Evans opens up about retirement. Mike Evans honest about retire. Like, that's what I saw. Okay. Misread it. That's on me. Okay. It would be weird considering he's had 1,000 yards every single season. And it was just like.
That would have been a story. Receiver who's never had less than 1,000 yards retires abruptly. Andrew Luck's like, you want to watch games at my house? Come on over.
All right, NFC West. This is another interesting division, I feel.
We could crush the street touch football game. We're both still in our prime. And no one will see us because we can sneak from house to house through Jim Irsay's tunnels. His dead body's in there. It's been in there for weeks.
All right, NFC West. Interesting division, you know. The Rams won it last year, right? Yeah. Niners had all those injuries. People think Cardinals are going to be pretty decent, pretty formidable. Seahawks now have Sam Darnold. Not good, in my opinion. Here's what's interesting. The Niners' projected win total, Prano, is the lead. It's 10.5.
Mm-hmm.
Rams is 9.5. Cardinals is 8.5. And Seattle is 8.5. Look, here's the thing. Coach, quarterback, defense. I think the Rams defense is improved. They got the best coach in the division. They got the best quarterback in the division.
Stafford's fucking hurt, though.
I was just going to say, but he's hurt. So, and his wife won't shut the fuck up.
The Niners are 11.5?
10.5.
10.5. Okay. All right. I'm going Niners over, Rams under, Cardinals under, Seahawks under.
I still think the Rams win the division. I think they go over. I think the Niners go under. I think the Cardinals go over.
I do not believe in the Cardinals at all.
I know you don't. I think they could surprise some people. I think
that's what everybody's saying, and I'm just going, based on what? That's my question for the. Listen.
Well, they've improved every year under this coach.
Great.
And I think Seattle's going to struggle. I think the Sam Darnold. I have zero faith in Sam Darnold.
The Cardinals to me are the Seahawks last year. Everybody's like, don't sleep on the Seahawks winning the division. Don't sleep on them winning the division. Why? Who it reminds me of like a comedy. Like, did they hire a PR firm?
I mean, they doubled their win total last year from the year before. They went from 4-13 to 8-9.
Who?
The Cardinals.
Okay.
I wouldn't be shocked if they came in second.
Behind the Rams.
That's a tough one.
So many injuries on the Niners last year.
Yeah, there were a lot. So who are the weapons now? Who do we got? Is Ayuk back?
Ayuk's hurt.
He's hurt still.
Christian McCaffrey. Good to
And
go.
Christian McCaffrey. Debo's no more. You get George Kittle.
Listen, they're aging.
I saw somebody pick Brock Purdy as an MVP, and I just started laughing.
Christian McCaffrey's back. Last time Christian McCaffrey was healthy for a season, Brock Purdy was in the MVP conversation.
I think a lot of people are in the conversation.
Sure.
What's Matthew Stafford's status?
Matthew Stafford's status is like a fucking back injury, right?
And he's just old. Like, that's his status now.
I just feel like, to me, the thing with the Rams, and I like McVay, and I love Stafford, and I like the Rams, and it's cool to be in LA and the Rams and whatever. But to me, it's like, I feel like the Rams are, McVay's got a little like old Tom Coughlin to him, where it's like, hey, we might not win fucking 12 games this year because our quarterback this and like that. But here we are under the rug. But don't play us in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. No, they're definitely not winning 12 games. I don't think they're winning. I think their ceiling is 10, in my opinion. All right, that's the NFC, man.
Who is your NFC Championship game, and who is your NFC champion?
Was I a year early on the Packers? I here's the thing. I don't think the Eagles make it back to the Super Bowl.
Do the Eagles make it back to the NFC Championship game?
I don't know. I'm going to put the Packers in the NFC Championship game. But I'm scared. Jordan Love, you scare me. I think they'll be fine besides him. I don't know how good he is at this point. I'll put the Packers in the NFC Championship game. And then I will also put
the Cardinals.
I'll put the Eagles. I'm putting the Packers back in the Super Bowl from the NFC. Maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, the Micah Parsons Kool-Aid. Maybe I was a year early. I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to think in my head. Can the Eagles make 3 out of 4 Super Bowls? I just don't see it. They don't got Mahomes over there doing shit like that. They got your boy, Mr. Buttfuck. Great porn name. Mr. Buttfuck.
Listen, obviously all of these things are injury dependent, but I'm not going to say that, like, I'm not going to count on somebody being injured or somebody not being injured. But when you talk about injuries, I think that we have a little bit of a last hurrah type situation for this Rams team. And their quarterback in Matt Stafford, who is hurt. So when I say injury dependent, I mean, okay, if he can get it together and he can stay healthy, I'm going Packers, Rams, NFC Championship game, Packers, Super Bowl.
Wow. We're both on the Packers again. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. I didn't go Rams because I'm worried about the health. That's why. And I agree. Like, that is not a team you want to play in the playoffs.
I think we get a little bit of a sophomore slump from Washington. Maybe they have a better season, but I don't see them going back to the NFC Championship game. I think the Niners' little window might be over. I don't believe in the Lions. You asked if the Bucs could win a playoff game. I said they could, but I don't think they can win multiple. I think the Eagles are going to have a tougher sled of it come playoff time because I think they'll have a worse regular season than they had last year. So, yeah. There's a lot of question marks, but I'll go last hurrah. Maybe Matt Stafford plays through it. Maybe Matt Stafford knows my time's running out. He goes full Favre. Just Percocets and conference championship games.
He probably needs those Percocets to zone away his wife, man.
Yeah.
Shouldn't shut up.
I don't even know what she's on about. I'm telling you, man, I've got my new thing is I've got like a little bit of people used to come over to my apartment and on the boardwalk. I remember the first time it happened, somebody goes, so the piano plays all day? And I had to like retune into that guy who played the piano there. I was like, yeah. But like my brain completely shut it off. I now have and I lived in El Segundo where like the fucking planes didn't bother me. I lived in New York where like hornets didn't bother me. I've gotten to a new point where I have the ability to shut off some shit that I don't give a fuck about. And you almost convinced me I had shut off Mike Evans retiring, but turns out that was just complete made up lunacy.
But you haven't shut off Taylor Swift.
Then there's a reason. It's just a bombardment. There's no avoiding it. I have no idea what is it. Kelly Stafford.
Yeah,
I have no idea what Kelly Stafford's on about.
I just got a bunch of DMs literally today. It's just her stuff we've talked about. I'm not even gonna play it. It's just shut up. I'm on a podcast. Like, go away. Go away. Okay, AFC. We'll just go through the same way we did in the NFC. We'll start in the East.
Let's go back. We went all the way to the West. Let's move our way back from the West to the East this time.
Yeah. Oh, you want to start with the West?
Yeah, let's go across the country and come on back.
Okay. Fun little division we got this year. You got the recharged Raiders. New QB, new old head coach. Of course, the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos. So you had 3 teams made the playoffs last year from this division. I'm just gonna say it, and I'm sick of saying it because I had to say this the last I don't know how many weeks. The disrespect to the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes is fucking mind blowing. I'm gonna get that out of the way. It's. I don't want to see any QB list on those dorks at ESPN or whatever. It's like, dude, he's Patrick fucking Mahomes. Oh, he's not the number 1 anymore. The fuck he isn't.
A friend of mine, shocker, Eagles fan, sent me this. The quarterbacks Joe Montana would start a franchise with. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts. And I was like, listen, CTE comes for everybody who played in the 90s, but Joe Montana is going to be eating out of a straw soon.
Jesus Christ.
If he thinks that Patrick Mahomes isn't it.
And that's my point. And I've seen some of these, that very same question, who you start a franchise with. Guys, he's literally LeBron going to the NBA finals. He's Jordan going to the finals. Like, it's so disrespectful. Well, he's fallen off. He's not. The fuck he isn't. Who wins when it matters? Dude, Josh Allen's great. Lamar Jackson's great. Joe Burrow's great. Guess what? He wins in the playoffs. Burrow's the only guy of that I just named who has beaten him in a game in the playoffs. I just like, I'm getting worked up here. I find it, so let's say he drops off this year. He could, but until he does, like, come on, guys.
Andy, I'll give you this though. Ready? Let's do it. I'm going to do a fucking preview, skip back.
Are you picking for MVP too?
No.
Okay.
I've got Chiefs. Are you picking him for MVP? I've
I
got
was thinking
Chiefs
about it.
I've got Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. I don't have Chiefs winning the division.
Okay. I definitely have him in the AFC Championship game where we can skip ahead. Yeah. He's done it every year he's been a starter. And I got him winning the division. Prano is going to go with the Chargers, which is wild.
Mm-hmm.
You going with the Chargers?
Mm-hmm. Because I think even if your criticism of Justin Herbert is that he choked in the playoffs, which he did, valid, it almost lines up. It almost lines up even more predictably for me if I think that the Chargers win the division and lose their first playoff game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Pete Carroll has missed the window. I think that they'll win some games. They'll play some defense. They'll run the ball with Genty. They'll cause some problems. They'll be problematic in the division. They'll upset some teams. They'll upset the Chiefs. They'll whatever. But I think it's going to go Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders. I have now and forever believed that Sean Payton is one of the more overrated coaches in NFL history. I think the Broncos are going to be good because their defense is going to be good. I think the idea that Sean Payton unlocked a 31-year-old rookie is crazy. I think that this is going to be an old school AFC West. I think we might have like 11 wins, 10 wins, 9 wins, 7 wins, or something like that. But I am Chargers win the division, choke. Chiefs don't win the division. Everybody has them left for dead. They make another AFC Championship game because death taxes and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. I think the Broncos do not achieve what everybody thinks they'll achieve because their coach is overrated. I think the Raiders are Pete Carrolled, but also Pete Carroll's somehow 3 times as old as Bo Nix.
A lot of people were on the Broncos year 2. Bo Nix. The defense was great last year. I agree. I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna say it goes Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. Now, do I have a ton of confidence in that? No, especially those last 2. I don't. But I don't agree about the Pete Carroll assessment. I think he's got new life. He's in Sin City. He's in Vegas. He's hanging out the Sphere.
He's 81. He needs to sleep.
How old is old Pete?
He's in his late 70s.
73. He's a young
70s.
73-year-old man. I'm not picking the Chiefs to lose the division until
isn't Trump like 76 or something like that?
No, he's old. Trump is like 78. 79.
So Donald Trump is 6 years older than Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's young, sprightly, living in Vegas. Donald Trump's hand is broken from shaking hands.
Bro, I would not even compare as far as the energy. Pete Carroll doesn't need amphetamines to have energy like Donald Trump. He doesn't need McDonald's. He works out. He does yoga.
I wouldn't eat McDonald's. Have you paid me? Make America love DJs at practice again. Make America Skrillex again.
All right, let's look at the win total we have here. What we got here?
Do you think they ever thought about putting a Twin Towers of the New York Casino?
Yeah, I knew it.
That'd be interesting. I'm just saying. Got Empire Stable in there. Got you go to the East Village in there. You know, you can drink at a New York pizza spot in there. No Ground Zero. Oh, something we should question.
I don't even know at this point what Pete Carroll ever said about 9/11.
I think he said Trump did 9/11. punch those buildings down. That's why his hands look like that.
Okay. Chiefs 11.5 wins. They're tied for the most with the Bills, Ravens, Eagles. I'm going to say under.
Under.
Chargers 9.5. I'm going to go over.
Over.
Raiders 6.5. Definitely over.
Over.
Denver Broncos 9.5. I'm going under.
Under.
This would be a fun division.
It's going to be a beat 'em up. It's going to be a beat 'em up division.
I agree. I totally agree. All right, so where are we going from here? Going to the
North?
Or the South.
The South.
Let's get the South out of the way.
All right.
In a weird way, I'm like curious about this division. We know the Titans are going to be dog shit. Texans have won back-to-back, and they've won a playoff game the last 2 years. The Colts are like
CJ Stroud returned to whatever, or because we had the CJ Stroud sophomore slump.
We did. I think he has a nice year. But I don't here's the thing. I don't think it's like, even when he had a good rookie year, it was more mistake free.
Who's going to be worse? The Colts or the Texans or the Titans?
Oh, for sure the Titans.
The Titans will for sure be worse?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because their coach? They got a rookie quarterback, got the first overall pick.
Yeah, I don't care. Their coach. They're trash. They're going to be terrible. The Colts are going to be riding the high of Jim Irsay's drugs. they're all going to be on Irsay's ketamine, and they're going to be ready to rock. I'm looking at the win totals. Yeah, I mean, again, just based off win totals, and we'll get to those in a minute. But Colts is 7.5, Tennessee's 5.5. Jacksonville's also 7.5. Houston's 9.5. I think it's going to go.
I think can I guess? Can I guess Houston over, Jacksonville under, Colts under, Titans under?
No.
No.
I think the Colts win 8 games.
Wow. So my man's on the dimes train.
Maybe it's because
I love him some Danny Dimes.
No, I just feel like they're like it's like 8 and 9 type of team, 9 and 8 every year. Like the Colts have been in this weird purgatory since Andrew Luck retired. They're always right there. They're like the most 500 team ever. I'm just getting that image of Luck walking off the field and those dumbass fans booing him. Remember he was getting booed in that preseason game? You know, the Colts, I don't know why. The stuff that goes in my head, I was thinking there, and I was like, should the Colts have re-signed Peyton Manning after that neck injury?
It's one of the most ludicrous things of all time. That
because they still get Andrew Luck is my point.
Yeah, they get Andrew Luck. But the idea, Peyton Manning went on to set offensive records.
I know he did.
First year and then win a Super Bowl. But
he also got benched the year he won the Super Bowl is my point.
Right. I don't know if he got benched. He
hurt. No, he got benched for Brock Osweiler.
Okay.
For like 6 games.
They Counterpoint, though, they were never as good as they seemed with Peyton Manning, and they knew that. Maybe they smartly knew he was carrying them the whole time, and he wouldn't be able to carry them anymore. They won 2 games when he got hurt.
Yeah. I think their defense will be fine. They got that Bengals old DC, who I thought was kind of got just the blame for them sucking when the players suck. Part of me is like, Jacksonville, are they going to surprise some people?
No.
Nothing.
I'm going Houston over, everybody else under. Houston, Jacksonville, Colts, Titans.
I just have this feeling that both the Colts and Jacksonville go 8-9, and they go over 7.5 wins. Titans go under. Kind of like Alex from Kentucky. He's been under the ground for 2 years now. What do they do with Travis Hunter?
What do you mean?
Does he play offense? Does he play defense? Like this?
Listen, I didn't watch a ton of his college games.
Me either, but
to me, if you're that kind of player, then the obvious use is play corner packages on offense.
I agree. But it's Jacksonville. They'll be stupid.
Now, I don't know where he is on their depth chart, because the other thing is you could also be slot guy on offense and nickel guy on defense, I guess.
Well, he is listed as wide receiver 1.
Wow. That's fucking bananas.
I'm looking at their depth chart right now.
And where is he listed at corner?
Left corner, backup.
Wow. So they're doing the reverse.
Yeah, so they're doing nickel. I mean, they don't exactly have a big wide receiver core. They have Brian Thomas Jr., him, and Diami Brown. I don't even know who these guys are.
They surprised some people this year, Andy?
Might want to walk that one back there, Ruther. 8 wins, baby. Here we go.
So you've got, just to be clear, you've got Houston, Jacksonville, Indianapolis, all overs?
Yeah.
It's wild.
I think Houston wins 10 games. Those other 2 win 8. And Tennessee sucks ass. All right. Moving along. The NFC or the AFC North. We both know the Browns are going to suck. I think we're both picking the Ravens to win the division. I have God knows how many bets out on it. So it boils down to who goes 2 and 3. Is it the Bengals or the Steelers? You have said the Bengals ceiling is very high. 12 wins. I don't see that happening.
I am more likely. Let me just say this. I think the Browns are 4th and the Steelers are 3rd. And I question more whether the Bengals win the division than I do whether the Steelers finish higher than the Bengals. I'm going to go Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns. But my question is, can the Bengals win the division? Not can the Steelers win the division? Are the Steelers going to be better than the? I think I just think that we've now reached a point of both Mike Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers' careers where it's like, I'm just going to expect them to be what they are.
Which I don't necessarily disagree. I don't think the Steelers can win the division. I'd agree also that I would put more money on the Bengals winning the division for sure. But here's an interesting point that for some reason I feel a lot of people don't bring up when they discuss like the Bengals in this situation. Oh, they went 9-8 last year, and they got a new DC, and they got some draft picks. Do we just assume that Joe Burrow is going to throw for 4,900 yards and 40 touchdowns, and Jamar Chase is going to have a triple crown again, guys?
Kind of.
What?
Kind of.
We do.
But I'll counter with this. I kind of feel about the Bengals the way I feel about the Chargers. Even if they win the division, I think the Ravens have a better chance of going farther in the playoffs because the Bengals defense isn't going to be that good. The Bengals offensive line is going to be questionable. The Bengals coaching staff is questionable. In the NFL today, this isn't 5 years ago. This is certainly not 10 years ago, and it's definitely not any older than that. But now you can win 10 games just playing offense. But then we get into a fucking crunch time playoff situation. I'm going Ravens, but again, listen, I don't root for injuries, and I'm a fucking Lamar Jackson is fun as shit to watch.
He's due. I know what you're saying because he played 2 straight years fully healthy. I've had that feeling too. Like, oh, is he due? But you also feel like, is Burrow due? He played last year healthy.
Right.
It's like those two. Now, the Ravens have a deep fucking team, man.
Right.
Like both sides of the ball. They draft well. They sign free agents well. It's like if Lamar Jackson is healthy, and by that I mean if he starts and finishes 15 out of 17 games, I just don't see them losing the division. Like this again, I don't know how many times I'm going to talk about it. Nobody seems to talk this Bengals offense, and they were just outside of it. But again, they didn't finish top 5 in points per game last year, guys. This notion that they were the greatest show on turf, it's a lie. Burrow has games where he fucking sucks, dude. He does, and he just eats it, or he can't score at the end. And I think Burrow is great, but that's the truth. So I'm like torn who I want to pick second because I'm all in on the Ravens to win the division. I don't know if I'm going to let my Bengals hate fog my mind. I'll play a quick call. This is a call from A. Millie involving the Bengals.
What up, fellas? It's your boy, Millie. This call is for Ruther. So, Ruther, obviously you know that I've been listening to this podcast basically since it started, man. And it's time that we have a discussion live on air. Ruther, it's time to come out of the closet, man. Listen, you've been at this facade for so long, and you don't have to keep playing this game. We accept you for who you are, dude. Come out of the closet and admit that you still like the Bengals. It's okay. You can be critical of the organization, man. I think the New Orleans Saints are a very dysfunctional organization. I still want them to do good, even though I know they won't. Come out of the closet, Ruther. It's okay. We accept you for being a Bengals fan.
That's pretty funny. Here's the thing.
I've essentially accused you of this before.
You have. I think
you're the Bengals fan like I'm a Knicks fan, but
I don't think it's to that level.
Okay.
I don't. And I think everybody listening to the show knows I think I'm very honest. I'm very open about just my life. I'm very honest. I swear to God, I would be honest with you guys. I don't watch those games, and I'm not like the truth is I'm not like, oh, I really want them to win. I swear to fucking God. I follow them closely because I live in a town. There's only 2 pro teams. Even the Reds. That's not my fault. Like I follow the Reds still enough. See, there's a difference there. I think that's important. I root for the Reds to win and do well.
Yeah, but this is why I'm saying when the Knicks had Melo, I rooted for them to lose because the greater good is the sooner that we're over this, the better chance I have of my team being good again.
So my take is I have such disdain for the Bengals ownership, and it's never going to change.
Now, okay, so let's play it out in my next one. What if essentially they were like, we suck, we are hiring competent people, and we're just going to own this team, and we'll hand it over to people that actually know football for once?
Okay. I'm open.
That's the Knicks.
But
I actively rooted against them when they had Carmelo, because I was like, we have no shot of winning the title. This is terrible basketball. It's selfish basketball. The more games we lose, the faster this is over. I want to lose games.
Like from like a personal, like, did I like when I was live tweeting games from Gold Star and they were a sponsor? Yeah, I wanted them to win. That was all selfishly for my work. Like that's for sure different to me. It's like now I'm like, okay, they're with a quote unquote competitor, Skyline, which is like whatever. Like I don't really care because it's not like they live tweet games, but I just am so sick of having these discussions with and you and I talk about it. It's not just Bengals fans, it's all fans. Just the delusional, like it drives me up a fucking wall with these people. Like, and it's not just me. Like my one brother is in my camp. He's like, dude, I'm to the point with his father-in-law. He's like, I can't have Bengals talk. I straight up told him I can't, because he'll say things that are just stupid. And you're like, dude, I can't do this because I'm going to get angry because like, you're speaking nonsense. And probably the same way you went through it with Melo.
But the Bengals team was in the Super Bowl 3 years ago. And the Bengals have one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. And the Bengals have a top 3 receiver in the NFL. And the Bengals, like, the Bengals aren't. Carmelo Anthony had a 17-win season with the Knicks.
Sure. Well, I would counter that with, well, it's fine. We can do that. I would counter that with, they don't care. They have shown nothing. Your argument is actually exactly one I use against people. They have all these things, but they never care enough to actually improve the O-line. Or let's look at the Super Bowl team. Let's look at the team the next year.
Or do they not care enough, or they're just incapable of being competent enough? Because
I think it's both. I think it's a combo. It's like, why did you make the Super Bowl? Well, Joe Burrow really wasn't lights out in the playoffs. Oh, they got 8 turnovers in 4 games. Oh, what'd that defense do the next year? They were top 6 defense. So it's like you had the blueprint, which we all have now with the Eagles, with the Chiefs, with the Bills, with the Rays. It's like you have the blueprint, but you don't care enough. You don't care enough.
But also, I think that even people who own teams, run teams, whatever, stupidly don't know that like Jerry Jones is like, I'd rather have George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott than have a good defense. He's dumb.
I agree.
Jerry Jones cares. He's just dumb.
Well, I think that's definitely a factor. So like for me, I'm going to go with the Steelers. I'm going to pick it the same way it went last year. Ultimately, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, which last year they were only separated by 1 game. I think it's very similar again this year. Browns. I just like you. 6 of your 17 games are in a division where Joe Burrow might literally shred another knee. 6 of his games.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns. I'm totally outsider's point of view. I don't care how many games they win. If the Bengals finish below the Steelers, you have to fire your coach.
Well, they won't. But I agree. Now, I saw a lot of debate from some people being like about Aaron Rodgers, and it's like, you're saying we all know what he is. Like, I still do have a little curiosity. Does he have anything left in the tank? I think their D will be fine. The Steelers, they're always fine, are they not? No, they've had some holes for sure in the playoffs and get their ass kicked. But let's look at the games. The win total. Ravens 11.5. They won 12 last year. I'm gonna go under. I think they win 11 games this year. Bengals 9.5.
All right, so I'm going Ravens under, Bengals over.
I'll probably go. It's funny because I've been preaching 9-8 to everybody. There's a part of me who thinks the Bengals go 10-7. I'll say Bengals go over.
Okay.
Steelers 8.5. I'm going over. I think there's a good chance both the Bengals and the Steelers finish with 10 wins. I don't know if that's mathematically possible.
Yeah, it's certainly mathematically possible. I think that's exact. I mean, I think it's the perfect.
And the Browns are 4.5.
I think it's the perfect number for the Steelers. I'm going Ravens, Bengals. I'm going 11-10. I think that they beat the Steelers in the division. I think it's the perfect number. Nine or eight or nine games. I'll go under. And then I'll go under for the Browns. Maybe I don't even know. Maybe I'll go, you know what? Maybe I'll go, I don't know. It's the perfect number because they're going to be right there. I just don't have a ton of, I don't like, we're at the point now where if the Steelers went 9-8 and missed the playoffs, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's what I expect. You guys going to do it again next year?
Well, look, yeah, I don't expect the Steelers to do anything in the playoffs for sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I just think Aaron Rodgers, I think he's one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch of all time. I think what made Aaron Rodgers so fucking dangerous is his ability to slip away from things. And then it was in that slip and throw that so much of his magic happened. I have not seen him slip. The last thing I saw Aaron Rodgers slip on was the turf in the Meadowlands 2 full years ago.
Here's what's crazy. Speaking of not that long ago. Look at your last 5 MVPs going back to 2020. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are in on the Burrow winning the MVP, and I just don't think it's going to happen because I don't think they win the division. I don't think they're going to give it to a guy. Whether that's right or wrong is a discussion, but I don't think they're going to give it to a guy who doesn't win the division. And look, I think even week 1, here's a preview. I'm for sure taking the Bengals not to cover. I think week 1, it's like everyone's, the Browns are shit. The Browns are shit. Dude, Burrow is 1-9. 1-9 the first 2 weeks of his 5-year career. Zach Taylor is 1-11 the first 6. Like, do I think the Bengals lose? No. Do I think it's a dogfight against the Browns? Yeah, I do. And I think that those are some of the games where they end up losing. Whereas to me, the Ravens, like, they don't lose a week 1 game to a rival. All right. Let's get through this. We have the NFC
They lose
East.
week 1 last year to the Chiefs on a toe tap.
Yeah, but I missed
Division rival.
I meant like a division rival that's lesser than them is what I meant. All right, the East. I think this is pretty easy. I'm going to go Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Jets.
Yeah. Bills win totals 11.5.
Yeah.
Over.
I agree.
Patriots win total is?
Where are we at for New England?
If it's 8.5, I'll go over.
Well, it's 8.5, and so is the Dolphins.
8.5 over. 8.5 under. Jets is what?
5.5.
Ooh, that's a perfect number for the Jets.
I'm gonna go under. I think they win 5 games.
I think they win 5 games as well.
But I'm gonna go Patriots over, Dolphins under.
Mm-hmm. I could see the Dolphins going over too. I don't think the Dolphins are going to be good, but I think that they'll just do that dumb shit where everybody's like, "Oh, look at their offense." They're not going to win shit. But I'll go under for the purposes of predicting. I wouldn't touch the Dolphins over under. I think the Jets will be problematic for some people. They're going to win some division games. Probably beat fucking the Dolphins once and the Pats once.
I can't get over the fall of Bill Belichick. Speaking of the Pats, I just can't get over it. I'm just gonna pull it. Let me pull it up. This is unbelievable. His girlfriend is on the sideline during the North Carolina game. This is just
talking to him,
like during the game,
bro.
Never seen anything like this.
It's fucking unreal.
Look what she's wearing.
It's unfucking real. Who gives a shit about the fucking dude? He took over the University of North Carolina's football team. I didn't expect them to come out and be good. Also, this should put into perspective fucking, everybody's hatred of Deion Sanders. Oh, cool. He beat TCU week 1. Who gives a shit? Or whatever. Wasn't it a couple years ago that he beat TCU week 1 and now didn't fucking Belichick play TCU week 1 and get their fucking ass kicked?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He wins 1 game. I feel the exact same way about this. I don't care that they lost and that they got beat up. It's North Carolina football. He's going to be a better football coach at North Carolina than probably most of the football coaches in the history of North Carolina. That being said, this is a horrible sign. Why is your girlfriend out there, bro? What the fuck is wrong with this goes beyond football. This now goes to some weird brainwashing.
100%.
What are you doing? Why
100%.
is she why would she be on the practice field? Why would she be on the game? You're fucking Bill Belichick. You're fucking on the Buffalo guy. Your girlfriend walked up to you in the middle of a game, dude.
I've never seen anything like this.
I would be like, get the fuck out of here. If my girlfriend walked onto the field during a high school baseball game that I was coaching, I was like, leave, drive home, unpack your shit from our place, and move the fuck out. We don't date anymore. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. Never seen anything like it, man. I do think there's some serious psychological stuff going on here. It's sad. What is happening? I mean, can her vagina be that magical? What are we talking about here, dude?
What does that even, honestly, what does it even mean?
It doesn't. Exactly. You were this close to having the all-time wins record in the NFL.
How in the world is she out there?
I don't even know what to say. Talk about living in a simulation, man. What is that? It's unbelievable. Okay.
Poor fucking North Carolina fucking players, huh?
Oh yeah, that'd be something I would want no part of. Okay, AFC Championship game. We both have the Chiefs. Who's playing them?
The Bills.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Bills.
This time in Buffalo. This time the Bills win.
Wow.
The
Bills make it back to the Super Bowl.
I have one reason and one reason alone that I don't think the Bills win the Super Bowl. Hard Knocks.
Interesting.
And by the way, I think the Bills win the Super Bowl. I think Bills over Packers in the Super Bowl. Bills win the Super Bowl. But the only thing that's keeping me from feeling that is Hard Knocks.
Are you worried about that amazing stat that I love, that no QB has won after 5 years with the same coach to start?
No.
Never happened before. I'm going to say, what do I want to go with here? Chiefs Ravens again. Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl. I just can't. Again, I can't not do it until they're not there.
I feel the same way about, certainly about the AFC Championship game. I don't disrespect them at all. I think that they're going to be, I think that they're still an early 2000s Lakers team with Shaq. I think Mahomes is Shaq. Who cares what it looks like in the regular season? Who cares what it looks like in the thing? I just think, and by the way, I'll go one further. I think that Mahomes is better than Josh Allen. I don't even think it's a question, in my opinion. I don't care what Josh Allen does. He has to make one before I'm even going to fucking consider this as a conversation.
I agree.
But it is the NFL, and despite the NFL moving the way it has in the last 5 years, teams just don't make the Super Bowl over and 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 over again. And the Chiefs have done it. Like, this is about me playing the math of it. I think the Chiefs don't make the Super Bowl this year because I just don't think you make the Super Bowl every year. I just think it's uncommon. I just think it's unlikely. I think that so many things have to go your way to do it. I just think something. Not that Josh Allen's better than Patrick Mahomes and the Bills are better than. I think Josh Allen is the second best quarterback in the NFL, but I just think sometimes the second best player in the conference makes it to the Super Bowl because you can't make the goddamn Super Bowl every year.
Well, I picked Chiefs Packers last year. I'm going to go with it again. There's a part of me that says Chiefs win the Super Bowl again. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say Packers. Packers. The Super Bowl. Yeah, you heard it. MVP. You got Josh Allen?
Mm-hmm.
Back to back?
That one is because of Hard Knocks. That one's on the media boner for the Bills.
You have back to back. So my MVP choices. I'm taking Burrow out because I don't think they win the division.
Okay.
So I'm looking at Mahomes. I'm looking at Josh Allen. And I'm looking at Lamar Jackson again.
No Bo Nix. You're not Bo Nixing.
No Bo Nix.
Okay. Now, what about Russ? Because they got the defense now. Your boy, does he get his first ever MVP vote this year?
No.
Matching Derek Carr.
I'll go Mahomes. I'll go the easy route. He hasn't put up the numbers, so that's a risky pick. But here we are. Should we mow through these games real quickly?
Let me give you a counterpoint for the people out there that want to play some value. I don't have the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I don't have the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. But if you out there do believe in either of those things, then you should bet on Saquon Barkley to be the MVP. Because it means he plays the whole year. It means he's healthy. It means he carries them again. And it means that voters who have any sort of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, quarterback fatigue go that way. Yeah. I don't think he does. But if you believe it, then I think that that's a good value play. And I might bet it just because I might bet Saquon Barkley MVP, not because I'm predicting it, but because I love the value, and it would soften the blow of them being like, if he's healthy the whole year, he could certainly be there.
I mean, the last non-QB was Adrian Peterson in 2012.
Yeah.
I've gotten lots of DMs about the pick 7. Sorry for some of the guys I missed. By the way, our pick 7 league, if you want to DM me, it's up to 625 entries, 156 grand.
Whoa, Nelly.
It's a fat purse. If you guys want to join, you have until before kickoff tomorrow night. All right, let's get through these picks this week.
Oh fuck! I forgot we still have that to go.
We'll do it real quick.
Okay, I got nowhere to be, but let's go.
Well, I have to pick up the girls from the Wuhan lab, so let's go through this. Dallas at Philly. Philly is a 8.5 point favorite. It's week 1. I think we're both going to agree that's a big spread. I'm going to go Dallas.
Correct. It jumped up from 7. Wow. And I bet the Eagles when it was, I think, 6.5, like a month and a half ago. So I might bet Dallas now and play the middle.
All right. Kansas City against the Rams from Sao Paulo, Brazil. I'm sorry, Rams. I meant the other LA team, Chargers. Chiefs are 3.5 point favorites. I'm going to, or you can go, but I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Chargers money line, Brazil game. Are the Chiefs done? Is the dynasty over? Has this engagement ruined the dynasty? Was the score foretold on Life of a Showgirl's back cover of the green edition?
All right. Same pick. You're picking them to win. All right. Tampa at Atlanta. You're up. Tampa's a 2.5 point favorite.
Give me Tampa.
I agree. Give me Tampa.
It's in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Give me Tampa still. Yeah.
I agree.
I don't love it, but yeah.
I already tipped this, so you can go. Bengals at Browns, 5.5. I said I'm taking the Browns.
And I'm taking Bengals. They start getting it right early in the season. Ruth is going to be shaking come October. He's like,
no, I won't, because
3-1.
They get Cleveland and then they get Jacksonville at home. So there's a very good chance they start 2-0. I won't be shaking. I've said that all along.
Yeah, give me the Bengals to win and cover.
All right. Miami at Indy. Miami's a 1.5 favorite.
Woo!
Let's go. Daddy Dives beats the Finns week 1.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
All right. I like this matchup. This is a fun one, I think, for week 1 to see Pete Carroll in New England. West to East, the Raiders. 2.5 point New England favorites.
Sorry. Justin my shit again. Oh, I'm back. What's this? What's the game? And what's Pete Carroll at New England?
2.5 Pats favorites.
I'll take the Pats.
I'll take the Raiders. All right. My Arizona squad, Andy's new squad, 6.5 point faves at New Orleans. I'm going to take Zona.
6.5 point favorites in New Orleans.
Correct.
Too big. Give me the dumpster fire.
All right. Aaron Rodgers revenge game, week 1 at New York. Pittsburgh's a 2.5 point favorite. I'm taking the Steelers.
Justin Fields revenge game? Is that what you just said?
Both of them.
I'll also take the Steelers.
I just think they're not going to give up enough points.
That'll be a good. I might do like a multi-game parlay there, like that might be a under on the whole game. Justin Fields rushing touchdown. Jets win the first half. Steelers win the game parlay.
Your Giants at Washington. 6.5. I'm taking the Giants to cover.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's at Washington, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Giants pretty good against Washington historically, especially in the recent future. I'll take the Giants to cover at least.
Yeah.
Huge game maybe the only game that actually matters for somebody's season outlook.
All right, the cat game.
Can I bet Russ under 70 yards in the first half?
Yeah. Carolina at
let me buy that down. Can I bet Russ under 50 in the first half?
Panthers at Jags. Jacksonville's 3.5. Faves. What do you think?
Panthers.
I agree.
By the half-point hook.
Yeah, the half point's huge. All right, Titans at Denver. Big spread here. I believe it's the biggest one along with the Eagles game. Yeah, it is, of the week. Denver's an 8.5-point favorite at home against Tennessee.
Good defense, rookie quarterback on the road.
Tough place to play.
In Colorado. I have picked it as my suicide pick of the week, so I will pick the Titans.
I'm taking Denver in a big old win. San Fran at Seattle. San Fran's a 2.5-point favorite. I think they get a nice win to start. They cover that 2.5.
Yeah. I don't think they get a big win. I think it's gonna be right there. Could be a Seattle cover with a kick at the thing, but I'm gonna go better off taking the Niners. Niners win and cover.
Detroit at Green Bay. Green Bay's a 2.5-point favorite.
Woo! At Green Bay.
Detroit whooped their ass last year.
Yeah.
In the snow, if I recall, at Green Bay. Revenge game. Unleash Micah.
Micah's been hurt, but
yeah, I know. I'm gonna take the Packers.
Yes.
All right, Houston at Rams.
Woo! Love this game.
It's a nice little game. 3.5 Rams faves.
I'll take the Texans.
I agree. Half-point hook. Sunday Night Football got a nice one here to start the year. Ravens at Bills. Explain this one to me, Mr. Prano. Ravens at Bills, Sunday Night Football. Baltimore is a 1.5 favorite.
I cannot. I'll take the Bills.
I agree. And your Monday night game. Vikings at Bears. Minnesota is a 1.5-point favorite on the road. I'm taking Chicago.
Let's go. Chicago, Ben Johnson. Caleb Williams. Not the Vikings.
Monday Night Football. How many beers do you think Nick Swartz is going to? Although he's sober now. Did you know that?
I didn't, but it's good for him. I'm thinking about calling my next special Last Comic Drinking.
Bro, speaking of that, you know how are talking about like nobody drinks? Obviously, I don't either, but my brother, his company went to the independent, the Florence Y'all's, like they're a food distributor for the stadium, and anyway, they had like a suite. It's minor league baseball and independent. It's fun, but he was doing the so they picked two guys from his company to do the what's it called where you drink the beer and spin around?
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like on the baseball bat and then you run.
Yeah. So minor league games are fun. But again, baseball.
It was water.
What's up?
It was water.
No, dude. So they picked my brother and they picked one of the warehouse guys. Like 22-year-old kid. He's like, we go out there. And I'm like, geek, it's Friday night, we're having fun. I'm doing beer. He goes, the warehouse kid's doing apple juice. It's like, I go, what? He goes, yeah. And he sent me the video. He's like, and here's the funny part. My brother beat him. He's like, I'm chugging beers and doing the
just one beer, right?
Yeah, it's just one beer. You're right. One big beer, spin it, run. Like, but it was like an in shape, like young black dude. Like, I was like, you beat him? He's like, yeah, he's doing apple juice. He doesn't drink. Like, why'd they pick him?
Well, your brother did have an advantage though, because he didn't have the sugar foot they had to drag around. I'm gonna do that juice.
Dude, nobody drinks.
It's juice, man.
I mean, it's amazing. Last comic drinking. That would be a good special. Now, to be fair, a lot of those comics used to drink and then they just had a problem. Don't you think that's the case?
I've been talking about it. It's just, yeah, everybody's like, these days, like California sober, health. I had a drinking problem, whatever. I'm just like, all right, cool. I did a joke when I did Nate's special release show. The joke bombed because I was trying it for the first time. But I was just like, Nate, Milwaukee guy, Miller Lite fan. We went and golfed one day, and Cart Girl comes around. It's like 9:30 a.m. I was like, yeah, I'll take Miller Lite. And he was like, I'm going to wait. And then he goes to me, he goes, you ever think about quitting drinking? And outside, I was just like, nah, not really. Inside, it was the fucking last therapy scene from Good Will Hunting. I was just like, not you, Sean. Not you. Fuck with, not you. Like even my beer drinking Midwestern boys hitting me with it. You ever think about not drinking? I was like, no,
wow.
I didn't. And I'd appreciate if you don't ruin my morning.
Now is the time to get those Miller Lights cracked because it is football season.
I'll say here's the thing. Here's the thing about drinking. It's real easy. Just drink Miller Lite.
Yeah. Responsible.
Everybody goes, you ever? I go, I just drink Miller Lite, man. I just drink Miller Lite. Football Thursday, football Friday, football Sunday, football Monday. You gonna drink? Yeah, I am. Miller Lite. And guess what? Thankfully, I don't have to use MillerLite.com/dirty sports right now because Miller Lite was kind enough to send me 2 30-packs. And the Miller Lite mini fridge that's behind me is stocked almost all the way to the brim with Miller Lites. But you should. Do you have 60 Miller Lites on like icy cold for this weekend? You don't? Seems crazy and reckless to me. Just if you're listening to this right now, just ask you. I want you to pause. I want you to right after I say this. I want you to pause the show and I want you to verbalize this out loud. Right after you hear this, I want you to pause the show and ask yourself out loud: do I have 60 cold Miller Lites ready for the weekend? Just in case friends come over, family comes over, fantasy football, pick'em league. No? Is the answer no? MillerLite.com/dirty sports.
It's that easy. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Like Joe said, go to MillerLite.com/dirty sports to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brew Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. And yeah, those Miller Lites are going to be flowing in Green Bay when they beat the Lions. Predicting it right here. We do have a hotline as well.
859-832-0478.
Look at that. Boom.
Call.
Leave
us a phone call.
We'll get to some calls next episode. Some non-NFL ones. Yeah, let's know what's on the mind, guys.
Follow me at joeprano.com /shows if you want to come to a show. Got a bunch of great shows coming up. We're going to do another airliner show September 10th. Lineup is crazy. Best-selling. The aforementioned Nate Craig, Kelly Ryan, Lyle Behrens, Who else is on? Francisco Ramos. Just a crazy good lineup. That's September 10th at the Airliner Bar. Great food, great drinks. The link to tickets for that are on my Instagram. Follow me at Joe Prano on Instagram, at Joe Prano on TikTok, at Joe Prano on Threads, at Joe Prano all the places. And yeah, come see a show. I'll be down at Grand Comedy Club I think 11th, 12th, and 13th, but definitely the 13th opening for Jay Moore. So come see that show and keep your eye out on my socials to see if I add the rest of the weekend, which I think I will.
Cool, guys. DM me at Andy Ruther if you want to join that league. Like I said, we got about 24 hours. It's a nice little fat pot. All right, that's the show. That's the NFL preview. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Enjoy the games. And as always, stay dirty.